Breaking news in the Bronx. This is Bronx Fan Central.
Who is really to blame when things go wrong in the Bronx? Is it the players who feel the weight of the pinstripes or the people who built the roster in the front office? What's up, guys? Pay very close attention to what's happening right now at George M. Steinbrenner Field. There are exactly 7 days left until opening day, and Aaron Boone, along with Brian Cashman, are scrambling to figure out the bench. Do you think the left side of our infield is settled? Think again. What looked like a simple offseason signing has just turned into a chess match that will directly impact who stays and who gets cut from this roster. Let's break down how an unexpected position change is flipping our bench upside down right before the season begins. I'm going to be completely honest with you because I'm tired of watching improvisation cost us big games in October. We went out there and paid a ridiculous $16 million per year for Ryan McMahon. In my mind, he was brought in to own third base, period. But now I'm seeing Aaron Boone testing him at shortstop all throughout spring training. Seriously, we're paying star money to turn him into a super utility player in the middle of the diamond. Look, I understand the need for flexibility in a 162-game schedule, but my concern is that we're overcomplicating things and risking the defensive stability that's demanded in New York. Smash that like button if you agree that Bronx fans deserve a lot more respect. To understand this move, we have to look at the cold facts coming out of camp. Reporter Chris Kirschner confirmed that the coaching staff is genuinely impressed with McMahon's performance in the middle of the infield. Aaron Boone himself openly stated that if today were a regular season game, he would start McMahon at shortstop without hesitation. This new versatility creates a domino effect on the roster. Amo, edustamo thibut das. Tawakamordum, denimo. Denimas up fartly. Yet populapre, vado varifos. That is stormer, geresta. Dadadiwa. You hotel. Mugary's Glastav. The team already has 2 locked-in bench pieces. J.C. Esquera, who will serve as Austin Wells' backup catcher, and veteran Paul Goldschmidt. The front office decided to give Goldie another year on his contract. Age is obviously a factor, but internal data shows he's still a dangerous right-handed bat to have on the roster. Honestly, I feel a lot more at ease with Goldschmidt sticking around. I followed him closely last year, and even though he's not that MVP version from the past, the guy brings a work ethic that this clubhouse desperately needs. We have zero margin for error this season. Patience is gone. We want World Series number 28 right now, and for that, you need veterans who don't crack under the lights of New York. And about Esquera? No disrespect to Ben Rice. Let me make that clear. But I like the idea of having a reliable, defensively solid backup catcher, even if that means carrying 2 left-handed hitters at the position. We can't keep making excuses for players who can't handle pressure. Esquera looks ready for the daily grind. Now the roster math gets really complicated when it comes to filling the final spots. With a catcher, a first baseman, and a versatile infielder almost locked in, the competition heats up between Ahmed Rosario, Oswaldo Cabrera, Randall Grichuk, and Jason Dominguez. Reports from Brian Hoke suggest Rosario is highly valued by the front office because of his experience in the league. However, he primarily plays shortstop. If McMahon is confirmed as the backup there, Rosario's playing time drops significantly. That gives a slight edge to Cabrera in this internal battle, although he's still recovering from a serious ankle injury. That leaves the outfield bench spot, which has become the biggest question mark for the front office down the stretch. And this is where my blood starts to boil as a fan. We're talking about Jason Dominguez, our Martian. The kid is absolutely crushing the ball this spring training, showing everyone he deserves his spot in the Bronx once and for all. But based on the whispers coming out of Cashman's circle, the team seems to have blind trust in Randall Grichuk, who just arrived. That drives me crazy. Are we really going to limit Dominguez's raw talent because of a veteran who was one of the last additions to the roster? I want a team built to dominate opponents. If Cabrera isn't 100% healthy, I understand taking Rosario, but in the outfield, you go with the guy who can change the game with a single swing. So let me ask you, are we building this bench to be safe or to win a championship? Because if McMahon doesn't deliver at shortstop, and if Grichuk turns out to be just another empty bat in the playoffs, the consequences will come fast, and you already know who's going to take the blame. Opening day is right around the corner. The decisions made this week will define whether we have real depth to survive the season or if we're going to be heartbroken again in October. What would you do with that final spot? Would you bring the Martian to light up the stadium or trust Grichuk? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to read every single one. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any breaking Yankees news. Let's go get number 28. Let's go Yankees!